How can students stand out? We've talked about this a little bit already, but preparation is so key. We've seen so many candidates ace interviews because they have done their research, and companies appreciate that so much, and it really will set you apart from other candidates that didn't do that research. And so looking at a company's website is the first line of defense, basically. Looking through their website in a very thorough manner. Look at the About Us page, look at the team leadership page, look at the different products or services that they're offering, look at their locations. Oh, you look at that page and think, I didn't know that they had 3 plants across the country. I thought they were just here in my hometown. And so looking at the company website in a really thorough manner is the first step that we always push candidates to. Then going to LinkedIn, looking at the company's page on LinkedIn, looking at all the people that work at that company and the kinds of backgrounds. You may see a lot of engineers or a lot of creative people or some backgrounds that might surprise you. I didn't know they even had this kind of a position at that company. You're looking at job titles. You're just getting a really good overview of what kind of jobs are there, what kind of backgrounds are they looking for, how many people work there that are connected to them on LinkedIn. You're finding a lot of good information and insights just by looking at the company on LinkedIn. And then you'll want to use LinkedIn to review the hiring manager's background or information. So if you get that interview invite and it's got 3 names on there of people that are going to be in that interview, those are the 3 names you want to be looking up. And you want to look at their backgrounds. Where have they come from? How long have they been with the company? What school did they go to? Or what kind of degree might they have? What kind of career trajectory have they had? Some of those interest pieces are good, just connection points with people. But that gives you clues into, this is the kind of background this person has that's hiring me. And so they're going to value things that are maybe similar. And again, how do those intersect with the job description? And so you're finding a lot of good insights by looking at those people's backgrounds that are going to be interviewing you. Google them. Look for news articles on the company. This could be good stuff and it could be bad stuff. Could be that they went through a bankruptcy 2 years ago. And so that might be something that you'd want to ask about, or a thoughtful question to say, just stumbled on that information and wondered how things are progressing since that time. Or what have you done to make changes within the company? What's the trajectory look like now? So Googling them, finding good articles. This can even just be industry information. Hey, this industry is really hot right now. Can you tell me how you're keeping up with competition, or how you're looking at some of your competition and what you're doing differently? Looking at the industry is key as well. Maybe even going to their place of business or looking at their products. Going to the business before you have to interview, 1, just sets you up for success, that you know where you're going and you know how to get in there. And 2, looking at their products, you're looking at their product placement, what kind of shelf space do they have? What do the competitors' packaging look like? You're reading the product labels. You're really looking at all the aspects of that person's product within the setting that they're selling it in. And then crafting some thoughtful questions based on all this research. So all these things you've found out, you're going to want to figure out, how do I weave any of those into the answers I might want to give? Or how do I just ask some great questions that I know they're not going to answer during the interview process? When they get to the end, they're going to say, do you have any questions? And I'm going to have 2 or 3 that are based on my research that I know we're not going to have already talked about. And hiring managers absolutely want to see that. And then it's also going to show that you did your research.